The Shift.
All right. Welcome to The Shift. I am your host, Ed Montgomery. Thank you so much for being with us. We are live, and it is October 21st, 2024. So we know we are just a week and a half, I think, before election. And it is getting down to the wire. And sitting right here with me, Donna Franklin. Hi, Donna.
Hi.
I was going to try to surprise. I said, I'm going to catch her sleeping over there. But she wasn't sleeping. She was sitting right there. How are you doing?
I am wonderful, Dr. Ed.
Okay.
How are you?
How was your weekend? Everybody asks about weekend. They always ask me. I never have anything exciting to say like everybody else does.
I went to a beautiful wedding in Cancun.
Okay, see what I'm talking about?
Oh gosh, I love wedding, but you know, I'm that romantic person.
So
that loves love.
Where did they have the wedding? Where was it?
It was in Cancun on this beautiful resort called the Majestic.
Where did they take their vows on?
It was supposed to be on the beach, but the weather was not conducive. The wind was blowing. It was cloudy, so they did it in the resort, and it was still beautiful.
Well, I'm sure it was.
Yeah, it was beautiful.
But they had planned on having it on the beach.
On the beach, yeah.
You know, people want to be married on the beach.
And you want me to tell you something?
What's that?
It's a whole lot of people getting married, Dr. Ed.
Is it?
We got there Wednesday, and that particular resort has been doing 3 weddings a day since that Monday.
Really?
Yes.
Well, evidently Cancun is a great destination place for weddings.
Evidently. Who knew?
I wonder, do you stay married more if you get married in Cancun or if you get married in the United States?
Well, I did a destination wedding.
Where did you go?
Dominican Republic, Punta Cana.
You got married in the Dominican Republic?
Mm-hmm. It lasted 6 months.
Okay.
Yeah. So it don't matter. I don't know.
No, but you got pictures out of it.
Whatever.
Did you keep the pictures?
It was beautiful. Did I keep the pictures? No.
You didn't keep the pictures? Why not?
When I'm done, I'm done.
What did you do with the ring?
Pawned it. When I'm done, I'm done.
You don't say.
Yeah.
You pawned the ring.
Yes.
You didn't give it back?
No.
Do you think if a man gives an engagement ring to a woman and it doesn't get to the marriage, they just stay engaged and they break up, do you think the woman should give the engagement ring back?
That's a question because sometimes something in me says, give it back. What are you going to do with it?
There's a lot you can do with it.
Well, I'm just saying it holds reminders, but he did give that to you.
Did he give it to you?
He gave it to you.
Or did he?
On the hopes of promising to be.
Okay.
That was it. That was the question.
In other words, the engagement ring is on the hopes of what?
To be my wife. The man is going to give the ring. Oh, the person is going to give the ring
to the woman. Okay.
Right.
The guy buys a ring, big old diamond or whatever he has,
right,
for her, and whatever she accepts, and whether it is a big old diamond ring or whether it is one that you have to hold a microscope up to when you hand it to her. Either way, she accepts it and she says, "Oh, this is so nice, my engagement ring," and he gets on his knees and everything else and gives her an engagement ring. Now, they start planning the wedding and everything, but then later on down the line, they discover maybe things about each other that they don't like or whatever. And so the engagement is off. Should he give that ring and she says, "Here's your ring back"?
Now, it depends on who breaks the engagement, though.
Or if he asks for the ring back.
Who breaks the engagement, though, Dr. Ed? If I were engaged and I'm breaking off the engagement, I've decided this is not gonna happen. This
So
ain't
what if
gonna
the
work.
guy breaks off the engagement? Should he get the ring back?
Nope. But if I break it off,
If the girl breaks it off,
yeah, she gives that ring back.
okay, if the girl breaks it off, she gives the ring back. But what if she breaks off the engagement because she caught him with 4 of her girlfriends?
Oh my goodness.
I'm just adding a little spice to the.
Oh my goodness.
What if she catches him in in a compromising scenario? Should she give that ring back?
Why would you want to keep it?
There's a lot of reasons to keep that
Nuh-uh. Not to me, it's not.
ring. Why not?
No.
It's a diamond.
Well,
And it's gold because I know she checked it out before. As soon as he gave it to her. She took it to the jewelers to find
but if
out
a
what it was
man
worth.
did you like that, why would you want to keep anything of his?
What? No, well, wait a minute now. If he gives it to you, it's no longer his. It's yours.
That's true. Pawn it. Okay.
But what I'm saying is, whatever she wants to do with it, is it up to her? Does it belong to her to do with as she pleases?
Yes, it does.
So why did he give her the ring in the first place?
Because he was showing a sign of his love and commitment to her.
Okay, so the ring is a sign of commitment to commit himself to a relationship with her in the bonds of holy matrimony. Mm-hmm. Is that it?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So that's her ring. Or is it their ring?
It's her ring. Now she can buy him one.
So it's their ring. Now when they get married, he puts the other half of that thing on her finger. Right? Because usually they come
Right.
in, a section. There's 2 of them. One is the engagement and the engagement one has the diamond. Mm-hmm. And the other one is basically the band, it's according to who you are and how you want to do your stuff. Mm-hmm. And so if the marriage goes bad, does she give both of those rings back?
Mm-mm.
No.
Those are hers.
So if the engagement goes bad, and it doesn't matter who breaks it off, right?
Right.
If she's married to him.
That's right.
Right. So she doesn't give either one of those rings back.
Right.
So that means that if the engagement goes bad, she shouldn't give the engagement ring back either.
No, you're right.
It's kind of like, how do I say this without sounding in an older generation? That has to do with the cow's milk.
Yep. I remember that.
Okay.
I was told that all my life.
Should I say it or not say it?
I don't see nothing wrong with it.
Okay, this is a generation. In other words, the milk is being distributed.
Right.
Maybe.
Right.
In the engagement. We don't know. It's according to how they, what they believe in distribution or non-distribution at that particular time. Mm-hmm. But that engagement ring belongs to her regardless. But in the marriage, of course, the milk is milked. It's milk. I mean, we're not just talking about, we're talking about commitment. See, there's more to it than just the sexual. It's everything. It's the emotion and everything else. And so that ring belongs to her, the engagement and the wedding. That's hers. She said, that's mine. Well, you're the one broke it off. Well, no, baby, so what? That's my ring.
I've never known a man to ask for the ring back.
You mean the wedding? The wedding? Or the engagement?
Either one.
Then you haven't been around a lot of men. There's a whole lot of men say, I want my ring back.
Yeah.
Because, in other words, we engage. In other words, I'm here to marry you and everything. I got on my knees, and now they taking pictures of it, and he getting on one knee, and they Facebooking it all over the place. There's nowhere in the world I let them Facebook that.
Yeah.
If I took a picture of it, take a picture of it for us. But now I nowhere in the world I put that thing on social media. Too much can go wrong. Now, I may be a little old fogey in that. But then again, I'm sure there's some people out there that would correct me and tell me about that ring. And 713-313-4354. Now, there's a lot of stuff going on out here in the world, and you're asking me, why in the world am I talking about this? Because all of this, everything is going crazy out there in the political world. And more than that, I'm trying to be real nice because a lot of this stuff is coming out of religion. It is getting very political. If that's a term, political is happening out there, and they're really opening up and talking about this Christian nationalism and things of that sort and where they want this world to go. But, we can always talk about it. If you want to talk about what's happening with that 2025 and that Christian nationalism, you can always ask me about that, and I'll jump on my soapbox. But in the meantime, I don't know why that wedding ring thing popped in my head. I guess because I'm
and that's
single.
okay. Let me read this text
Is somebody
message.
on the phone?
Yeah, we have 2 callers, but you got a text message. Hello,
Yeah.
Dr. Ed and Donna. I just wanted to say I went to early vote this morning at the Sunnyside Service Center on Reed Road. Wow. The line was long. Amen. But it went smoothly. People were on walkers, wheelchairs. Everyone was in a good mood. It reminded me of when I went to see the Black Panther movie. Thank you so much for that, Mr. Diggs. Appreciate it.
And let me tell you something, and that's another thing, because we were going to get toward the last part of the segments, but I'm glad that you brought this text message up in the early part of the segments, because it's something I think needs to be a thread through our entire show, not only today, but also next Monday. And that is this aspect of voting. Today begins early voting here in Texas, right?
Today, yes.
Yeah, today is early voting Texas. So that means you can go anywhere and vote right here on TSU, of course, campus.
That's right.
Make sure, vote early. Don't wait till election day.
It's gonna be pack your patience on election day.
Of course it is.
Pack your patience.
You have to when you go to sleep at night, you have to tell yourself just before you close your eyes to sleep and saying, you getting up tomorrow, you going to early vote. And it's going to be a lot easier. From what I understand, a lot of lines there, it's almost inspirational,
right,
to be able to see these lines. And let me say something too, while I'm on my little political go out to vote soapbox. I don't believe what they're saying about black men for voting against, and the misogyny thing about the vice president. I don't believe that black men are against a woman being vice president. I'm sure there's always some people, whether they're black, white, or whatever, against some things. But I believe that black men are pro seeing our people go forward. I believe people are lying out there.
Oh, I do too.
I believe they're trying to divide.
There's all kind of things floating around out there that's making this divisive stuff. But let me back to the wedding rings. Just another comment, and then we're gonna go to the phones.
Yeah.
In most states where engagement rings are considered conditional gifts, the recipient remains the owner of the ring only if the condition of marriage is met. In most cases, the ring goes back to the purchaser if the couple breaks up.
Say that again.
That's what that person
Say it again.
said. Okay.
Where'd they get that from? From the National Association of the Ring Bearers?
Evidently.
Read it again.
In most states where engagement...
Most states?
Yes.
Okay.
Oh, there was another one. In most states deemed an engagement ring to be a conditional gift if the owner of the property is entitled to recover of the ring. Okay. In the state of Texas, they texted, the fault-based conditional gift rule is applied. The ring belongs to the innocent dumped party. If a man breaks off the engagement, the woman gets to keep it. That makes sense to me. Vice versa. If the woman calls off the wedding, she must return the ring. That makes sense to me. If he breaks it off, the ring is mine. If I break it off, well, I got to give it back to him. That makes sense to me.
But we're only assuming one thing.
What?
If he bought it, there are women
who
buy their own ring.
Preach. Okay. Just not me. Not me.
And so does the state of Texas make that woman give that ring back even though she bought it?
No.
Then why should the woman give it back even though he bought it?
There goes that Dr. Ed, y'all. See what I'm talking about?
Yes.
There goes that Dr. Ed. That's what I'm talking about.
I'm just saying. I'm just looking at this. Let's go to our callers. Let's see what our callers think about whether it's President Obama, some of the things he's been saying, our early voting and what's going on out there in political land or whatever we're talking about right now. Hello, caller. You're live on the air with Ed Montgomery and The Shift. What's your first name and what's on your mind?
Hey, good afternoon, Dr. Ed and Miss Donna. This is Andre.
Hey. Yes, Andre.
So I was going to put a little spin on that wedding.
Okay, go ahead.
If a woman proposed and she gave the ring, I mean, Donna kind of answered that to a degree, but I deal with young men all day long, and a lot of the men don't understand the protocol of 6 months of your salary to buy a ring, and then, if you were to get married and separate or get a divorce, you got to split everything in half.
Mm-hmm.
And so my wife asked me to get married because I had no clue, no understanding growing up on all that proposal stuff or, protocol.
Okay.
And so if I buy you something and we no longer in a relationship, everything should be divided. What's yours is yours and what's mine is mine.
That's including the ring.
I mean, I'm sorry, Miss Donna. Everything.
You see, I'm over here totally silent. But are you still married?
39 years next year.
Congratulations.
That's a whole different
Congratulations.
story.
Yes, it is.
Yeah. They knew something.
Yeah, she trained me very well.
They knew something as they were getting into it.
Right.
And we always think the woman, I'm so surprised. No, she wasn't surprised. She knew
She knew what she was doing, and she knew what she was getting.
She knew she had a gem,
I
too.
upgraded the ring after 17 years.
Oh, you
Yes.
did? Oh, you did?
Nice.
What did you upgrade
I
to?
did
What
after
you do?
17 years.
What you do? What you give her?
Diamonds. We had bands. She had bought the bands initially. We've been married since 22. And I don't know, she got to feeling some type of way. And I thought we were happy. I mean, I was just happy living. And then this ring comes up. I'm like, I know it's symbolic, but my love is deep from my heart.
Yeah, but you promised something. I think you must have promised somewhere down the line that you were going to do that. You're going to upgrade. Did you promise it?
I promised my heart. I'm not very materialistic. I mean,
It has nothing to do with it. You know that by now.
Well, the ring is symbolic.
Okay, let me ask you a question. Did you buy the ring?
The
ring?
one I upgraded.
Yeah, upgrade. Okay, good. So you did get it. Okay.
Yeah, so I can keep getting it.
See? Donna, you're going to have to close your ears.
I
don't want to hear this conversation. Listen, I appreciate your call. I got to go. I got calls coming in.
Y'all have a good day.
Thank you. You too.
Andre.
Give another caller.
Hello, caller. You live on the air with Dr. Ed. What's your first name and what's on your mind?
Hi, my name is Stephanie.
Hi, Stephanie.
Hi, and I'm calling about the ring. I believe that the ring is given for a promise, and if the promise does not, bear fruit, if they don't get married, if the woman has any integrity whatsoever, she'll give back the ring. Because no one in this, few people can afford $10, $20, $30,000 to give somebody a gift based on a promise, and if it doesn't come through, very few people can afford it.
Wait, Stephanie, wait a minute.
Yeah.
You said 10, 20, 30. Who says the ring starts at 10 grand?
You know what?
You better come
I
through,
don't
Stephanie.
know.
Stephanie, come on through, girl. Come on through.
Come on now. The ring starts at 10 grand.
Absolutely, the ring starts at 10 grand in this economy. In this day and age, yes, the ring starts at 10 grand. Okay, so very few young men can afford to bear the responsibility or the financial obligation of a $10,000-$20,000 ring, and there's no marriage, and the woman just walks off with the ring. If she has any integrity at all, she'll give back that ring, knowing that possibly in his future and hers, there's another proposal of some kind coming, and that young man's going to need that money for whoever he really marries.
Okay, wait a minute, Stephanie. If he buys that 10 grand ring, minimum 10 grand ring, he's got enough money to be able to walk away and do whatever he wants to. Now, Stephanie, I want to know what level you looking at them rings. There are rings under 10 grand.
I have a daughter who just got married, and I know her ring was at least 10 grand.
Are you married, Stephanie? Are you married?
Yes, I've been married to the same man for 40-some years. Yeah.
Oh, if you've been married 40-something years, I know that
Stephanie
ring.
Know what she's talking about.
Stephanie knows what she's talking about.
She knows what she's talking about.
Stephanie, thank you so much for your call. I really appreciate it. Okay.
Thank you for taking my call.
Bye-bye.
Okay.
You have another call.
Another 10 grand ring.
I know, right?
And that's where you start. Hello, caller. You're live on the air with Ed Montgomery. What's on your mind and what's your first name?
Well, okay. My name is Karen, and can you hear me?
Yes, I can hear now. Go ahead.
Okay. I've been married a few times. I won't tell you how many, but I believe the protocol is if a man asks you to marry him, there's a proposal, and if you accept the ring and the woman breaks it off, the right thing to do is to give the ring back. Now, as far as the last caller that had to upgrade, I'm sorry, no word except cheap. He's just cheap. Okay?
Why is he cheap? Why is he cheap? Tell me.
Well, he acted like if he doesn't upgrade the ring or something, he acted like he didn't even want to do that. And I bet you anything, she put pressure on him, and that's where that other part came out, which was inappropriate from him because it's almost like he's saying, well, okay, if I'm not going to be able to do whatever I do, okay, I'll have to buy the ring. So, no, but there's another word for that, and it's just cheap. He's just cheap. He got off easy when he got married. He said she bought the ring. Well, okay.
Well,
so you saved some money.
Well, he also said he didn't know anything about all that.
Well, see, you have to hear what she said. She said he ought to learn. That's what she said.
Okay.
Right?
Yeah, I don't know about that. Number one, don't ask a woman to marry you, and then she goes out and buys the rings, and then you go, well, that's good enough because I'm not materialistic. I think he's just cheap. He's cheap.
Okie dokie. I really appreciate your conversation. Thank you so much for your call.
You have another
She
caller.
says he's cheap.
Yeah.
That was Andre, wasn't it? Hello, caller. You're live on the air with Ed Montgomery. What's on your mind? What's your first name?
Kimberly.
Hi, Kimberly. What are you going to talk about, Kimberly?
I just want to say I can't get my coochie back, so he can't get no ring back.
Whoa, Kimberly, that's TMI. Thank you, darling. Oh Lord, let's make this disclaimer.
Well,
we have to keep it clean over the airways.
Well, she did.
No, she didn't.
She didn't?
No, she didn't.
That's another name. That's nobody knows what that name is.
Yes, they do.
Name.
Because she was young.
Nobody knows what that means.
Yes, they do.
That's old people name.
Okay.
That's
okay. You have another caller. You have another caller.
Huh?
You have another caller.
Hello, caller. You live on the air with Ed Montgomery. What's your first name and what's on your mind?
Davita.
Dorita?
Davita.
Yes, Davita. How are you? What's on your mind?
Well, I feel like if a marriage don't take place, give the ring back. I wouldn't want those memories anyway, so give the ring back.
Or pawn it.
But she would get the money. She says she doesn't want the memories.
No, just give the ring back. You know, somebody gonna come along that's worth that marriage, and you're gonna be all right. Just give the man back his ring.
Okay, all right, okay, that's another viewpoint.
That is.
Thank you so much for your call. I appreciate it.
You have another caller?
That might not. That's not bad.
No.
It's just you're gonna break the thing up. Well, that's what you said, Donna.
What?
Bad memories. Just
yeah. That's why I don't want him. That's why I don't want the ring. I don't want nothing. I don't have no pictures. I don't want nothing because I don't want to go back there. I'm done.
Okay.
Yeah.
Hello, caller. You on the air with Ed Montgomery. What's your first name? What's on your mind?
My name is Karen.
Hi, Karen.
I just want to make a
Yes.
Hi, I just want to make a comment.
Yes, Karen.
What if the ring he gives her is a family heirloom?
Oh.
Fix it off. Does she give that back?
Yes.
Yes. As a matter of fact, I think it ought to be. As a matter of fact, I think there ought to be. She ought to sign papers that says if this thing don't work, it's a family heirloom.
Especially if it's a family heirloom. Yes.
But I think that if you're going to do a family heirloom, maybe it should be done at the wedding. But go ahead.
No, I'm just saying. You know, I know a friend that has been engaged and got her the husband or the husband-to-be's mother's engagement ring.
Okay.
So, you know, just make sure she's going to get married and keep it.
We'll see.
Just putting it out there.
But you know what? That's not a bad thing to put out, because now you're making me even think maybe we should not give up family heirlooms. Maybe that might be something for a 10th anniversary or a 25th anniversary or something like that. But anyway, thank you for the call.
Okay.
That was interesting. And you want me to tell you something? Because I've been married twice, right?
I don't think I would take it at the engagement.
And I asked my daughters, did they want the key? Do y'all want this ring, my wedding ring from your dad? You know what they said?
What did they say?
Nope. They said no. So then I got married again, and I was like, do y'all want this? Nope. So I got rid of both of them.
You know, I think I gave, a combination of my grandmother's rings when I got engaged. And my combination of my grandmother's rings and my mother's ring when I got engaged.
Nice.
I fashioned it I created a ring.
Oh, that's nice.
But it was the wedding ring. It was not the engagement ring. I bought the engagement ring, and then actually what I did is I took the engagement ring back and replaced it with a one-piece wedding ring, which was a whole lot better than the engagement ring. Then I mean, it was her engagement ring, but I said, but you don't wear that with this.
Right.
But I think the engagement ring was just like a promise. That's not where the expense was. The expense came at the wedding ring.
Right.
But a lot of people are getting the expensive one as the engagement ring.
Right.
Baby, look what he gave me. And they flash that thing and knocks your eyes out. Bam.
Right.
That's engagement. And usually a wedding ring is a band.
Right. Full of diamonds.
Yeah. But my wedding ring and her wedding ring, they were diamonds. But I didn't wear a band. I wore a diamond ring.
I can't. That's what I see you in.
Well. I didn't. It wasn't a band. It was a diamond. Yeah, I am reminiscing. I didn't even think I did that.
Mm-hmm.
But she designed it. Anyway, where was I? We got any calls?
No. Now we got some text message.
What they say? What they talking about?
That ring is part of a contract, quid pro quo. Mm-hmm. If the relationship ends, the ring gets returned. That's from Ray in Florida. Hey, Ray.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
Oh, here goes something. Gave my wife my mother's ring on our 40th anniversary. Still working. Oh, congratulations.
See,
that's beautiful.
I think a mother's ring.
That's beautiful.
I think that's a 40th anniversary is a place for that. Even if it's an upgrade. Yeah.
Andre says, I'm frugal, and I have brought 4 more diamonds since then. Come on, Andre. You gonna get it right.
Okay.
Or hopefully that's the same woman.
It's the same. Well, one of our callers said that Andre was cheap.
Okay. So here goes another one.
Yeah. He says he's frugal.
Oh, that's what he says.
He's not cheap.
So what's more important, the marriage or the ring? Both.
Well, in the beginning, but a lot of people don't know where that whole concept of the ring came. There used to never be wedding rings. Used to didn't be any wedding rings. The concept of the wedding ring actually came from the diamond industry. And if you remember back in the early 1900s, when men were coming back from war, they started doing movies. I'll never forget the James Bond movie, Diamonds Are Forever. Actually, the first time of diamonds really blazing across the movie screens. What was it? Was it Diamonds Are a Girl's Best Friend? When they diamond industry start putting diamonds on stars, Marilyn Monroe and things of that sort, and men were giving women diamonds in order to say, will you marry me? They were printing it up in newspapers that a diamond should equal 2 months of a salary at least. So wedding rings even then were very tiny. The diamonds were very small, but that was the history of it. But it was created for one reason, and that was to sell diamonds. So it was the diamond industry that created the diamond engagement ring.
Mm-hmm.
So anyway, I think I hear a caller.
No, but we're going to take a quick break while we can.
Okay, listen, make sure you hit me up on I've just dropped a video this past Sunday. There's been a lot of fire that's been coming out on Sunday on my day job. So you can hit me up at on YouTube, Ed Montgomery, or some of the little things I do on Instagram, Ed Montgomery 1, or Facebook at ALC, or type in Ed Montgomery. It'll take you right over there. Any of those kind of things, or hit edmontgomery.net, and you can go to all of them. You can even hear this broadcast on there. I'll be back.
What did I say?
Let me tell you what Donna Franklin told me. Donna Franklin brought me back to this woman that made this one of our callers.
Yeah.
And one of our callers said that if the man gives her the ring,
mm-hmm.
and she gives up the right,
mm-hmm.
then he don't get the ring back.
That's
if
what
he
she
wants
said.
it back. Now, we've been
gotta pay the cost to be the boss.
We've been thinking about that. And the question is, she kind of got a point there.
She gotta pay the cost to be the boss.
She got a point there.
However, what if though?
But what if she didn't? So the question comes back: what if she didn't?
Right.
Before the ring, okay.
Right.
If she didn't before the ring,
right.
But then once he gives her the ring,
that opens up the door.
Then she kind of feels okay,
obligated, because we're going to get married.
We getting ready to get married. So
right.
Since we getting ready to get married, it's kind of like a down payment.
Oh.
And so since we getting ready to get married, it's kind of all right. So that when he turns around and say, no, 713-313-4354, y'all going to have to help me here. So if he turns around and say, I don't want to marry you. Her thing is, well, you want to get this ring back. And he says, why not? And she says, well, because you got something else. I know I'm talking in code. I have to, or they'll get me. If I was on another show, like, you all wouldn't hear this code. See, you think you know who you're talking to. You don't. You're talking to KTSU doctor. You're talking to KTSU Ed Montgomery.
I gotta give a shout out to the political cowboy JR.
What does political cowboy say?
That's his. A lot of stuff. You gotta
About
call
what?
her. You gotta call her.
About what?
You gotta call her.
Okay. By the way, don't you guys forget the date begins early voting.
Yes.
You got to get out there. You got to get out there. And you got to show off what your vote is. Your vote is currency. You got to spend that vote. Okay, caller, you're live on the air with Ed Montgomery. What's your first name and what's on your mind?
I'm David Sweetback.
I got a funny feeling this conversation's getting ready to go into another direction. Go ahead, sir.
What it always do. If a man give a woman a ring, that's her ring. He's less than a man to want that ring back. You know what? Every ring that I have given a woman, that's hers. I don't want it back. And I have never had a woman to leave me and not want to come back because of that ring. Well, if I put a ring on your finger, guess what? You belong to me.
Belong.
And only me. It's a lifetime commitment.
So how many women has it been?
I've been married 3 times. And the one thing that all 3 of them got in common is they want to come back. But the deal with me is this. When it's over, it's over. Keep the ring.
Yeah.
Keep the house. I don't even go to court for divorces. I just let them have whatever they want to have. You can't hurt me. And boy, I'm the happiest man in the world right now. I'm happy because you know what?
By the way, one question. I'm gonna let you go.
Never lost a battle.
Are you married now?
Oh no, I don't know my wife. I
That's why
like
he's
fun
happy.
girls now.
Okay.
My thing now is a fun girl.
Okay,
and
What's
I'm
a
not
fun girl?
Donna.
Okay, I'm sorry.
Donna,
Okay,
don't
okay.
ask that question.
Okay.
If you ask that question, it's going to open up another can of worms, and I'm going to have to go out and close it up. Thank you, sir. I really appreciate your call. Goodbye.
Okay. But you know what, Dr. Ed?
This is public radio.
What is that? I never heard of that.
A fun girl?
Yes.
Yes, you have.
A fun girl? No.
Yes, you have.
I have.
You don't have to hear of it. You can just imagine what he's talking about.
Oh. You have another caller?
Even those cost, though. It may not be a ring. Fun girls. Okay. My guys. Hello, caller. You live on the air with Ed Montgomery. What's your first name? What's on your mind?
Good morning, top of the day to you. This is the political cowboy, JR.
Hello, political
Hey,
cowboy.
political cowboy.
Tell me what's going on. Tell me what's going on.
Yeah, well, for the most part, to the beautiful voice, Miss Donna, and to the deep tone, Dr. Ed.
Yes, sir.
Ed.
Yes, sir.
Let me put it that way. I'm going to say one thing, and I'm going to step aside. You try on a pair of shoes or a pair of boots before you purchase it, correct?
Yep.
Okay, so I'm going to say I try the relationship before I purchase a ring. And if I purchased that ring, which I did one over 40 years ago, that's why I'm still a full-fledged bachelor today. She was in Houston, I'm in Dallas. She sent the ring back in the mail. I took the ring and sunk it out the back door and ain't looked back. Y'all have a good day.
You too. Thank you for listening.
That's the political cowboy.
That's
I
the
thought he was
political
getting ready to talk to me about politics.
No, he's the political cowboy JR.
I thought JR was going to tell me some
So he said, now here's something that he said. He said 40 years ago, he gave a ring. He was in Houston, she was in Dallas. She gave a ring back.
Right.
And he's still single. Mm-hmm. You know what that says to me?
What does that say to you?
He was deeply in love and his heart was shattered.
You think so?
Yeah, because he's still single to this day. That was 40 years ago. So that means he's in his 60s.
Well, you got to remember now, he did say in the beginning of the conversation he tried the boots on.
Yeah, that's why he gave her the ring.
He gave her the ring because he tried the boots on. She gave the ring.
She gave it back. Mm-hmm.
But he ain't ever forgot
the
feel of those boots.
Nope. That's why he's still single.
Is that why he's still single?
I don't know. I don't know.
You speculating.
Yes.
Is anything that memorable?
No.
40 years?
Not for me, it's not.
That you can remember?
That sounds kind of cold, though, doesn't it? Doesn't that sound cold? Like you said, is anything memorable?
That memorable.
40 years ago, and the first thing I said is no.
Is there something you can remember? Listen, let me talk to my callers because, hello, caller, you're live on the air with Ed Montgomery. What's your first name? What's on your mind?
My first name is Earl.
Earl, what's on your mind? Talk to me.
Okay, listen, y'all talking about the marriage situation. I've been married 46 years, which is too long. But anyway, I've been married that long, right?
Okay.
And the thing about it, I bought her a ring.
Uh-huh.
You hear me?
Yes, I hear you.
Now, I didn't know how this thing was gonna go when I married her, number one.
Mm-hmm.
And the problem was, I heard her mama tell us something before we got married. I heard her mama say this. So what I did, I got a duplicate of a fake ring, okay, and I got a real ring.
Mm-hmm.
She don't know the difference in the fake one and the real one, right? So she wearing the fake one, don't know it ain't the real one. Feel me? So I think I was smart there, and because when stuff gets rich-rated, she might want to run off and do this and that. She got the fake ring. I got the real ring. Is that right or wrong?
That's wrong. That's real wrong.
Okay.
That wasn't.
That wasn't
nice.
No. You trying to do the fake me out. And then you said you was married 46 years too long. What?
No, he's still married. He's still
46
married.
years, man. You're still married, man, and it's a headache every day. But listen to me, man. I know what the Bible say, too. The Bible say put no trust in man, so that means woman, too, you know?
No. Go back.
Okay.
First of all, I want to know, why are you still married?
Listen to me. It's a front situation, and I know it's ain't right. When we go out in public, people think everything love and death. Why people do that? Make people think that everything getting along good at home when you're together, but when you're at home, you can't even speak to each other. You know.
46.
I mean, bad,
46 is a long. 46 is a long. That's a lot.
You too seasoned to be somewhere that you're not happy, and at this stage in your life, you must be happy.
Yeah, but what is happy?
But you can't, the trust, the doc, I tell everybody, it can be a marriage, a relationship, of course. Once that trust is gone, the relationship is over with pretty much, you know? Once that trust is gone, it's dead. I mean, they can apologize and they can be sincere real, but that trust ain't there, still.
Okay, I got you.
So you can thank yourself out, you can make a thank you trust or make a thank you trust, but deep down inside, you know if you trust them or not.
She walk out on you?
No, she didn't. She didn't walk out.
No, she's still there. She's still there.
It's something else, Donna. I know what it is, but I'm not going there because I'll be on this call a long time. But I appreciate your call.
Well, let me tell you this here. Let me tell you this here before I go.
You got 15 seconds. Give it to me. Go ahead.
Okay, I heard her mama tell her girl, go with that man. He got money. I heard her mama say this.
Okay.
So that's where.
All right. Well, most mamas might say that. Okay, I appreciate it. Thank you so much.
All right.
You have another call, Dr. Ed.
That wasn't what my wife's mother said. My wife's mother said, he ain't got a dime. Baby, why don't you want to stay here with mama and daddy for a little while till he finished working on that job until he can bring y'all back down to Texas? He ain't got a dime. She said, no, mama, I'm going with him. And she did. Anyway, hello, caller. You're live on the air with Ed Montgomery. What's on your mind? What's your first name?
Junior. The only reason I got married, man, because I'm not the marrying kind, man, but I don't want to grow old and alone. So,
okay.
like that last guy that called in 46 years. That's a long time to be with one person, man. All these fine women out here. And same thing
No,
with
not
a woman.
necessarily. It's according to who you with.
Why
But go
can't
ahead.
a woman just be with one guy 46 years when you got all these other flavors out here? I'm just being real about it.
No, that's
And
not
most
necessarily
guys-
true, Junior. It's not
Hey,
always
man,
about flavors.
most-
It's not always about flavors. Sometimes it's just about you like what you like.
Hey man, I'm not denying that, but most men that I've talked to, even when I was younger, they told me, yeah, I'm married, but I ain't blind. And most of them said if they had an opportunity to be with another woman who they really want to be with, and they could get away with it, 99.9 said they would.
But that's it.
But
You know what you said?
like I said,
They said they would. That don't mean that they did. They can look, but not touch. They can see. Men got eyes.
Only thing that's stopping them is opportunity. If the opportunity presents itself, most men that I've met in my life, I'm sure there's some faithful men out there, but Donna, I ain't never met one.
Let me tell you something.
Dr. Ed, I love you.
But okay, I love you too, Jake. But you know, sometimes thank you. I'll talk to you later. But you know, sometimes opportunity might present itself, and sometimes men get cold feet.
True that. You have another caller.
So it's not necessarily true, even if they do have the opportunity. Hello, call you live on the air with Ed Montgomery. What's on your mind? What's your first name?
This King.
Yes, King.
Hello.
Yes, go ahead. You're on the air live. What's on your mind?
Y'all have a great subject about these rings, and in 2019, I was dealing with this covert narcissist woman. She almost had me. I bought her a ring. She it was 6 months. She was rushing the situation. And she wanted some of my alimony, my job benefits. She was trying to get me.
Mm-hmm.
I left that woman with that ring. I asked her back. She called my phone ever since 2019. August 2019, she called my phone, breathed on the phone like Freddy Krueger. I never want to see that woman again. That woman, when they crazy, they crazy. Y'all have a blessed day and go vote. That's all I got to say.
Thank you.
Have a blessed.
You have another caller.
Hello, call you live on air with Ed Montgomery. What's your first name and what's on your mind?
Dr. Ed. Hey, Donna.
Hey.
You know this is her.
I know who this is. All right, go ahead. Talk to me.
Boy, look here. These fellas is something else. When you give that ring to that woman, either proposing or in a marriage, when it's done, it's done. You don't ask for that ring back. You don't ask for that back. What that shows is she still got a hold on you. It's something tying you to her. Let it go. It's just like a car with a bad engine. You don't go buy a brand new car, bring the old car back, and sit it in the driveway next to the new car. That car done. Let it go. Can't do nothing for you.
No, you can't.
And I'm saying that
yeah,
sitting in the hospital almost a month now. Yeah. They went back in there, Donna. So
Ezra, you know you always in my
listening to
prayers.
this.
You're in my prayers, darling.
You know, I'm a softball fighter. You know, I'm good.
Yep.
But I'm just listening to this, and I'm like, I remember my sister. God bless her. Her husband was telling me that I can get my ring back. This one they was engaged. I can get my ring back. I talked to the judge. I can get my ring back. I said, what you want the ring back for? You gave it to her. There's something about it that's still holding you. Let it go, man. Let it go. He gave her the ring. She gave, I told her, I said, what's so special about that ring? Get the ring back to that boy, because he getting on my nerves.
So what did she do?
She gave the ring back.
Okay, she gave it back.
He upgraded to a wedding ring. He married her, then he murdered her.
Oh, my goodness. Okay.
So
I got to go on that particular note. Okay.
Let it go. Let it go.
Okay. All right. Thank you so much.
Take care, Ezra.
Ezra. That was. Thank you, Ezra. Ezra. That was a story.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Was that true, Donna?
Yeah.
You know about that?
Yeah.
See, and that is so hurtful because of how we see things and relationships people get into. And now, one thing about an engagement ring, people say, "Well, that's not the wedding ring. You're not married yet." That's what my grandmama said. I had come back. I was getting ready. My wedding was the next day, and so I just went to see my fiance just that evening. We went out to dinner, and before the wedding, the night before the wedding, and so I was dropping her off, and so the phone rang at her house, and it was my grandmama and my fiance. That was Sandra, but she said, "It's your grandmama. She won't talk to you." And I said. She said, "Where you at?" I said, "Well, I just dropped, Sandra, what? You ain't married yet, so you better just come on home right now."
They was keeping you righteous, Dr.
She said, "Well, you ain't married yet. You just need to come on home right now." I said,